There was a gasp across the country in front of millions of televisions this afternoon when a jury took just 10 hours and 40 minutes to decide that Caylee Anthony is not guilty. It is now 3 years since she was accused of killing her 2-year-old daughter. And here was Anthony's face as the first verdict is read and she learned she is not guilty of first-degree murder. Then she learned she is acquitted of aggravated child abuse and then manslaughter. Her only guilt is 4 counts of lying to police, and ABC's Ashley Banfield has been following this case from the start, and she was in that courtroom today. Ashley?
Just a remarkable day, Diane, in the Orange County Courthouse behind me. The choppers are still flying overhead. In fact, really not since the 1995 acquittal and murder charges of O.J. Simpson have we seen this kind of drama in a courtroom as when this jury also said not guilty.
Will the defendant rise along with counsel?
3 years since a Florida toddler's death became a national media sensation. The jury of 5 men and 7 women came back with this.
As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
And the acquittals continued from there. Not guilty on all of the most serious charges against her. Caylee Anthony wept and then smiled with relief and hugged her attorneys after the jury decided she was only guilty of 4 misdemeanors, lying to law enforcement. Prosecutors sat stone-faced as the verdict was read. They had poured hundreds of thousands of dollars and countless man-hours into trying to prove her guilty, but struggled to prove cause of death.
Any way you slice it, Caylee Anthony is guilty of murder in the first degree.
They had a mountain of circumstantial evidence, damning photos of her dancing while her 2-year-old decomposed in a swamp. She had claimed her child was kidnapped by a nanny, yet didn't report it for 31 days, ultimately admitting that nanny was a lie. Even in jail, Caylee seemed more concerned about her own needs than those of her distressed family.
Oh my God, calling you guys, a waste, huge waste.
So who were the people who cut Caylee a break? A grandmother who was a nurse, a lawyer's daughter, a young gym teacher and student. Not one agreed to speak with the press. While the street erupted outside the courthouse, Caylee's lawyer erupted inside.
This is a lesson to those of you having indulged in media assassination.
I'm very happy for Caylee. I'm ecstatic for her, and I want her to be able to somehow get her life back together.
Across the street from the courthouse, the state attorney was subdued.
With the verdict today, and surprised, because we know the facts, and we put in absolutely every piece of evidence that existed. Our team did an exemplary job.
And it's possible that Caylee could bond out of jail before Thursday. That's when she's scheduled to be sentenced for those 4 remaining misdemeanors. And they only carry a year per. So if you do the math, that's 4 years. She's served 3. I mean, she could get out in less than a year, Diane.